Greetings everybody, my name is Brandon Alter and this is your Numinous Tarot forecast for the week of March 21st, the very first week of Aries season, which also means that we are at the very beginning of another cycle. And so I just want to take a moment and remind you that the zodiac is a continuum. And what that means is, while the signs are distinct, they are not separate. They blend into each other. So this first week of Aries season is very much still connected to Pisces. And if we think about Pisces as the light at the end of the tunnel, then we think about Aries as the Big Bang. And that first week of Aries season, while there's a lot of things growing and shooting up out of the ground, we're also still in that liminal state between life and death, reincarnation. I think of Aries energy like sperm, right? Sperm are not quite human, but their desire to move forwards and to be incarnate. Aries energy is needing to be first. It's needing to be a leader. It's driving really fast on the highway, sometimes recklessly. Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It is cardinal fire. And so what we experience with Aries is that burst, that shooting forwards. I can even think like spring and how we're experiencing a super bloom here in California. And if you think about that moment when the flower first kind of peeks up out of the ground, that's Aries. So give yourself permission to experience this Aries energy, but keep going back into Pisces. We don't forget where we've been. We want to bring it all the way along. And we can also think of Aries like babies, and I'm not saying that every Aries is a baby, because Lord knows I've got a lot of Aries in my chart and I'm not a baby. Maybe sometimes. But the thing about babies is that they're here in form, but they're still deeply in touch with that other world where they just came from. So our job, if we're really channeling high vibe Aries, is to remember the other world in this world and to continue to learn how to be human. Right? Aries are the first ones to incarnate. So they are the first ones to experience what is this Earth School in the first place. So just a couple of astrological transits to keep you abreast of. Last night was full moon in Libra, and this is very interesting because we're going to have two full moons in Libra. So we had the one last night at 0 degrees Libra at the very beginning of the sign, and then a month from now we're going to have a second full moon in Libra at 29 degrees. So we're really going to be learning about Libra from the heart, and remember that Libra is the polar sign to Aries, and signs evolve, they grow, and they learn through the opposite. So when you get deep enough into Aries, I am, you find yourself in Libra, which is all about partnership. And when we think about partnership, the way that you partner with yourself mirrors how you partner with other people. And we'll talk more about this month, how to evolve and grow and transform through the polar sign. So we've got that full moon in Libra, and that's a really juicy opportunity to use that energy for justice, for beauty, to renew relationships, right? Libra is all about the one-on-one partnerships. We also have Venus moving into Pisces, and Venus is very Libran. Libra is ruled by Venus, and Venus is all about how we relate to other people through our hearts. And with Venus in Pisces, we're going to still be feeling that Pisces energy, that we relate to people through our emotions, and through our imagination, and through our spirituality. So this is a month full of deep, soulful conversations, and connecting to people through your vulnerability. And because we are in Aries season, don't be surprised if, the tears come first, or the anger comes first, or you can't even control your emotions, but that's actually how you're connecting with people. Okay, so all of that is happening. We'll talk more about these transits next week as well, but let's get to the card. And the card I pulled is the Death card. And I have to say, I was actually really thrilled to see this card because death speaks to death and rebirth. And what is a more perfect card for this liminal space between the end of Pisces and the beginning of Aries? So when we work with death as medicine, as an ally, we are being encouraged to continue to release the things that no longer serve us, to drop the mask, the old stories, the patterns that have been ruling us for so long. The truth is, my loves, we are dying a little bit every day. And that's important that we honor the little deaths, because the little deaths are what clear the way for the new life, for the new birth, right? Think about Mother Nature. The snow covers the ground. For all intents and purposes, it kills off the soil so that come springtime, new life can emerge. So you are still in this process. This week, even though it's the first week of Aries season, you are still kind of finding yourself between the worlds. So I encourage you to keep paying attention to what needs to be released, what needs to die, what needs to be let go. Say thank you and surrender it. I look forward to being with you for the rest of Aries season. I consider myself an honorary Aries because I do have an Aries rising at 1 degree, and I also have a stellium in Aries. A stellium is when you have 3 or more planets in the same house, in the same sign. We can think of it like a supercharged piece of your chart, and I've got a lot in Aries. So I'm very excited to lead you through Aries season, and I will see you next week. Lots of love to you.